So you mentioned slowdown as your sort of past prediction. What are you seeing now?
So I think for certainly in the CDMO and the CRO space, I am seeing more selectivity around investment generally. So I think in the last few years, I think there's been so much capital in the sector that private equity companies, strategic buyers have just bought because they've had money to spend. Whereas I'm sensing, as we are today at the end of 2022, an extra level of cautiousness in terms of deal flow, where people are being a little bit more selective on which capabilities they want to buy, where to place their bets, and just that level of caution I think is adding to a slight slowdown in deal flow because there's just not as much. I still think there's the same amount of money in the sector. There's a lot of money kind of, particularly in the US, but nevertheless, I think buyers are just being a bit more kind of selective. How about yourself? You know, obviously the current situation as our business and our clients are facing, what are some of the current kind of challenges and opportunities that you're seeing, Emma?
So I guess from a macro point of view, everyone's aware of this cost of living rise, inflation, certainly, you know, across most of the world actually. But then the energy crisis because of the conflict in Europe and our clients, our customers having to find, you know, different energy sources potentially. They've also got costs of materials going up. So there's a huge amount of pressure, I think, on our ability to remain competitive, actually, for us as a business and also for our clients. But I also think added to that is this challenge in finding talent, in recruitment, because the market is quite lacking. I think post-COVID, you know, loads of people left the workforce, and that's created a huge amount of pressure. And then you think about our clients, they need skilled talent. So, you know, what's going on from a university perspective in terms of training those people? So I think that's a sort of macro view of where we are today.
I think the talent thing is really interesting. I know we saw recently one of our clients hiring bakers in their local region as a way of repurposing their skills as operators in a manufacturing facility because of the sheer desperation to find people, and can we repurpose skills to get them into the pharmaceutical workforce. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out this year, but it lends itself to thinking about how companies can digitize and automate a lot more, because if there aren't the humans available to do the work, then I think a present challenge is that companies are going to have to think about how do we do this with less people.
And that's an interesting point, because this industry has been talking about automation for 25 years and has been very, very slow to embrace it. And I think now the lack of talent is, and also COVID actually largely is driving that probably a bit quicker. And it's probably a relief, actually.
I agree.